Every time you peel an onion, something remarkable ends up in your trash. That thin, papery outer skin you discard without a second thought contains a concentration of one of the most powerful natural compounds in the entire plant kingdom, present at levels dozens of times higher than in the onion flesh itself. Today, that changes. The compound at the center of this story is quercetin, a flavonoid antioxidant that plants produce to protect themselves from ultraviolet radiation, insects, and oxidative damage. When quercetin enters the human body, the effects are extraordinary. Scientific analysis confirms that onion skins contain roughly 30 to 40 times more quercetin than the edible flesh, and in some purple onion varieties, that gap is even wider. The flesh people eat is healthy. The skin people throw away is where the real concentration lives. Here is what the research actually shows quercetin does. A clinical trial testing quercetin, derived specifically from onion skin extract, found that patients with hypertension who supplemented with 162 milligrams of quercetin daily experienced a statistically significant reduction in 24-hour ambulatory blood pressure. The magnitude of this reduction was comparable in scale to the effect of certain blood pressure medications. This is not a folk remedy claim. This is peer-reviewed, cardiovascular research published in a major nutrition journal. Quercetin works by protecting and restoring the function of the endothelial cells that line your blood vessels. When these cells are healthy, blood vessels stay flexible and blood pressure stays in normal range. When endothelial cells are damaged or inflamed, vessels stiffen and blood pressure rises. Quercetin shields those cells from oxidative stress and helps restore their signaling function, essentially acting as a natural polish for the inside of your arteries. Beyond blood pressure, the evidence for quercetin's anti-inflammatory effects is equally strong. Quercetin suppresses the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines and blocks specific enzymes that amplify the inflammatory cascade. A meta-analysis of clinical data found that quercetin significantly reduced C-reactive protein, one of the body's main markers of systemic inflammation. Given that chronic inflammation underlies the majority of major chronic diseases, this is significant. The blood sugar benefits are just as compelling. Quercetin inhibits alpha-glucosidase, an enzyme in the small intestine that breaks down carbohydrates into glucose. When this enzyme is partially blocked, the rate of glucose absorption slows, reducing the sharp post-meal blood sugar spikes that damage blood vessels and drive insulin resistance over time. Clinical studies have shown meaningful reductions in both post-meal blood glucose and HbA1c levels in groups consuming quercetin, making onion skin tea a natural companion for anyone managing metabolic health. A lesser-known but genuinely exciting finding involves bone health. Research shows that flavonoids from onions, including quercetin, inhibit osteoclasts, the cells responsible for breaking down bone, while simultaneously stimulating osteoblasts, the cells that build new bone. In controlled studies, animals given onion flavonoid extract showed bone mineral density approximately twice as high as those in the control group. For postmenopausal women facing increased osteoporosis risk, this is a meaningful finding worth paying attention to. Gut health and immune function round out the benefits. Quercetin selectively promotes the growth of beneficial gut bacteria while suppressing harmful strains. Since more than 70% of the immune system resides in the gut, a healthier gut microbiome directly translates to stronger immune defense. Research also shows that gut bacteria transform quercetin into phenolic acids, with potent anti-cancer activity, meaning the benefits of consistently drinking onion skin tea may extend further than any single measure can capture. Now for the critical practical information. How you prepare onion skin tea determines how much quercetin you actually extract. Research from agricultural food science labs confirms that hot water extraction through boiling is the most effective method. Boiling releases far more quercetin than steeping or cold preparation. Here is the basic method. Wash the dry outer skins from 3 to 4 onions. Let them air dry for a day if possible. Then place a good handful into 1 liter of water. Bring to a gentle boil and simmer for 15 to 20 minutes until the water turns a deep amber brown. Strain out the skins and drink the liquid as a tea. The key timing detail is important: do not boil beyond 20 minutes. Extended boiling begins to degrade quercetin and significantly increases bitterness. Stored in the refrigerator, this tea stays fresh for 3 to 5 days. For a more pleasant flavor, add 12 to 15 dried jujube dates or a few slices of fresh ginger to the pot. Ginger's gingerols combine with quercetin's anti-inflammatory effects for a synergistic result. And the natural sweetness of dates makes the tea genuinely enjoyable. 1 to 2 cups per day is the appropriate target for most adults. The second method requires no extra effort at all. When making soups, broths, or stews, place dry onion skins in a clean muslin bag or a reusable broth bag and drop it into your pot. The skins infuse the broth with a rich, savory depth of flavor, while releasing quercetin directly into the liquid you are already eating. Remove the bag before serving. Every bowl of soup becomes a delivery vehicle for onion skins benefits without any separate preparation. If you can access red or purple onions, prioritize their skins. Korean agricultural research found that purple onion varieties contain approximately 3 times the flavonoid concentration of standard yellow onions. Mixing purple and yellow onion skins maximizes the quercetin content of your tea. Your 7-day plan works as follows. On days 1 through 3, set up a collection habit. Keep a small container on the kitchen counter or in the refrigerator. And add washed, dried onion skins every time you cook. Frozen onion skins stay usable for up to 1 month. On days 4 and 5, brew your first batch of basic onion skin tea and drink 1 cup in the morning and 1 in the evening. If you have a home blood pressure monitor, take readings each morning before your first cup, and again after 7 days. On days 6 and 7, try the jujube ginger version for flavor, and add skins to your next pot of soup or stew. Now the safety information that is essential reading before you begin. Onion skin tea is safe for most healthy adults, but several groups need to exercise caution. Anyone taking blood pressure medication should consult their doctor first, as quercetin's pressure-lowering effect may compound the medication's action and push readings too low. The same applies to blood-thinning medications, as quercetin can inhibit platelet aggregation. Anyone scheduled for surgery should stop concentrated onion preparations at least 2 weeks before the procedure for the same reason. Those with irritable bowel syndrome should start with half a cup to test tolerance, since onion compounds contain fructans that can aggravate sensitive guts. Pregnant and breastfeeding women should consult a physician before drinking concentrated onion skin tea regularly, as the concentrated preparation is meaningfully different from normal dietary onion consumption. Anyone with onion allergy must avoid this entirely. These strategies support, not replace, medical treatment. If you have a diagnosed health condition, continue your prescribed treatment and use onion skin tea as a complementary addition, not a substitute. The summary is straightforward. Onion skins contain 30 to 40 times the quercetin of onion flesh. Quercetin reduces blood pressure, protects blood vessels, fights inflammation, stabilizes blood sugar, supports bone density, and strengthens immunity, all backed by clinical research. Boiling for 15 to 20 minutes extracts it most effectively. 1 to 2 cups daily, consistently, is the target. The most powerful health tool in your kitchen today might be sitting in your trash can. Starting tonight, give it another chance. If this video was useful, please subscribe and share it with someone managing blood pressure or cardiovascular health. Leave a comment after your 7-day challenge. Your arteries will be better for it.